right, this is the corrections video for lesson 17. We are working with dotted quarter notes. Now remember that a dot makes a note longer by 50%. Or half of the original value. Okay, so a quarter note gets 1 beat plus half of 1 beat. Okay, what's half of a quarter note? An eighth note. Altogether, that is going to give us our dotted quarter note. Okay, so it gets 1 and 2. All of beat 1 plus the first half of beat 2. Just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. Up next, it wants to know how many dotted quarter notes is the same as this other nonsense on the other side. Okay, so inside of a quarter note, or a dotted quarter note, there's a quarter note and an eighth note. And inside that quarter note, there's an eighth note and an eighth note. So altogether, we have 1, 2, 3 eighth notes inside of this, and here we have 1, 2, 3 eighth notes. So they're already the same, so we're going to draw a 1. Now, over here, we now have 3 quarter notes. This gets a total of 3 beats. And this by itself gets 1.5 beats. So how many 1.5s do we need to get up to 3? Our answer is 2. And then, just like we showed over here before, we already know that this is a quarter note plus an eighth note. Just like this is a quarter note plus an eighth note, so those are equal already 1. Next up, we need to draw in our bar lines. Please make sure that you paid attention to your top number of your time signature. Now, you do not have to write in the counting that I have here, but I'm just going to use the counting to show you why my bar lines are where they are. 1 and 2 and 3 and we're in 3, 4. So I'm going to draw a bar line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 the end. On exercise B, now we're in 4, 4 times, so we're counting to 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and for the dotted half note, 4 and bar line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bar line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bar line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bar line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the end. Okay, on number 4, we are going to complete the measures by adding a note or a rest, and we're going to start with a note because it put note first. All right. Okay, so we have 1 beat plus 1 beat plus a half a beat. So a total of 2.5 beats, and we need 1 note that is equal to the rest of that measure, being 1.5 beats. We know that that is our dotted quarter note. Here we have 1.5 plus 1 gives us 3.5. We need a rest for a half a beat. We're going to have an eighth rest. We have 1 and 1. Now we need a note to fill in these 2 beats. So we're going to draw a half note. Here we have 2 beats because it's 2 sets of eighth notes. And we're going to follow it up with a half rest for the other 2 beats. We have 1 beat and 2 beats, so 3 beats total. We need a note that is going to fill in that extra beat or that last beat. So I'll have a quarter note. Here we have 2 beats plus 1 beat, giving us a quarter rest to fill in the space. 1 beat, half a beat, half a beat, So altogether that's 2 beats, and we need now a note that gets the other 2 beats, half note. 1.5 plus 2 is 3.5, and so our last rest that we're going to add is going to be an 8th rest. Please make sure that yours matches mine and get it submitted on Canvas.